You're watching ETV, Channel 50.
It has been observed that some motorists and drivers ignore the traffic signs. This has resulted to a number of road crashes on our roads. So in today's edition, we'll be talking about the traffic violation and their penalties. Why people violate the traffic signs, the dangers or consequences of ignoring the traffic signs, and possibly educating the motorists and drivers on the importance of traffic violation. We're glad to have you join us on Road Safety on ETV Channel 50 Enugu. I'm Colin Melgoji, and our focus today is on the traffic violation and their penalties. And with me here in the studio to discuss about this is Route Commander Lucky Ebikefe, Public Education Officer, Enugu State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps. We're glad to have you join us in the studio, sir.
Thank you, Colin.
I really appreciate it. So, sir, what can you tell us about traffic violation?
Thank you very much. Laws and regulations exist to discourage and, punish indiscipline and unsafe acts on our roads. And traffic laws exist, to create traffic offenses as well as penalties, in Nigeria, for instance. And this is basically to ensure safety of people who use the road users.
Yes.
Okay, so if, for instance, you break any of these rules and regulations, then of course you have contravened. You have violated certain portions or parts of that law, right? And for instance, let's take a look at use of phone while driving. If you are making use of phone while driving, then you are acting in contravention of regulations 166, sub-regulation 1 and 2 of the National Road Traffic Regulations, all right? And you are liable on conviction to pay a fine, or you'll be sent to prison to serve a term of about 6 months, all right? In a nutshell, traffic violation simply means breaking any of the rules, okay? Any of the rules guiding the safe use of the roads, okay? Right. So any infraction simply implies violation. Yeah.
Thank you. So how many traffic offenses do you think we have?
At present, we have 37 listed on our offense sheet. 37. It used to be more than that. But, these laws are subject to review from time to time because society is dynamic and we have to change with the times, okay, to meet with exigencies of time. So for now, we have 37 of them.
So, if you go contrary to one, you're going to be liable to...
Yeah, there is fine, okay, for each of these traffic offenses. There are fines as well as prison sentence, okay, especially if it is during any of our mobile court sessions, all right? So at the discretion of the trial magistrate, you'll be given an option.
They'll try you first?
Yes, you'll be tried, okay? You'll be tried if it is during any of our mobile court sessions. You'll be tried. Right, so if you are found guilty,
what if it's not during any of your
then of course,
court session?
you'll be made to pay the fine.
The fine.
Okay, but you still have the option of going to court. If you want to take us to court, you are very free.
Why do you think people violate the traffic rules?
Well, people violate traffic rules for several reasons. One of those reasons is maybe something like lack of training. Okay, people who did not pass through the proper training.
Okay.
Those who didn't go through driving schools, all right? They may not have received the proper rudiments, okay? The tutelage. They may not have passed through proper training. Okay, so that's why we have driving schools everywhere.
Yeah.
But there are approved driving schools. those who go through those approved driving schools, they are taught, they are lectured, okay, both practical and theory. Okay, so they are abreast with all the traffic rules and regulations. So it's difficult for such people to break the law because they understand the consequences.
Yeah.
All right. So for those who did not go through such driving schools, they are bound to break the rules, okay, because they are not aware, they are not trained. And then apart from that, we also have those who do it deliberately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like these reckless drivers.
Yes, yes, especially these commercial drivers.
Yeah.
Okay, because they are always in a hurry. Okay.
Just to earn money now.
Yes, and such people will break the rules deliberately. And of course, even private owners, like when they are rushing to work in the morning, not leaving their home early enough, they begin to. That's why we ask people to. We keep telling people to prepare early for any journey, any trip, wherever you are going.
So that you be
Prepare
well
early enough.
relaxed.
Yes, you'll be relaxed. You won't need to begin to rush. Okay, so such people also break the law, the rules and regulations.
What are the consequences of violating the traffic rules?
Of course, there are consequences. That's why we have penalties. Each offense carries an appropriate fine. Okay. Apart from that, when we say the road is patient, okay, what we simply mean is that you can be breaking this law, breaking the rules and regulations. There's a date we catch up with you. Okay. So simply what we are saying is that the consequences, apart from the fine you pay and prison terms, sometimes, even the road also can catch up with you. That's why we say the lucky ones are the ones that are arrested by road safety, okay, by law enforcement, okay. The unlucky ones are arrested by the road crashes.
That's true.
So these are consequences.
So they pay their consequences.
Yes, yes. So they either sustain injuries or they even die.
All right. Road Safety on ETV channel 50 Enugu. I'm Colin Omelgoji, and in case you are just joining us, our focus today is still on the traffic violation and their penalties. And right here with me in the studio is Route Commander Lucky Ebikefe, Public Education Officer, Enugu State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps. Now let's have the views of the public.
Involved in beating traffic, it is cause accident, number one. Okay. Number two, it will cause some minor damage in your car. Traffic pass you to cross, then you got to cross. Without pass you got to stay. So as a patient, what kills us is impatient. We're always in a hurry. And we cannot prepare in time to come out and beat that traffic. I hope that government have the penalty that anybody that beat the traffic. The person have to receive the penalty. Any penalty that's involved, you got to pay so that tomorrow you learn, you get a lesson.
Traffic violation. Yes, the danger is there. You are taking the risk of yourself and others. Normally, they have laws that controls the traffic violations. And those laws can stop it when you remember, one, the danger that is in it. Second, the penalty that is in it.
Okay.
Then you can stop doing those violations. My advice is that drivers should be very careful in driving. Okay. Because one, for their own life and the life of others.
I believe if you are to pay the fine, next time you'll be conscious of the traffic. One of the dangers of violating traffic lights is when you do so, an accident will occur. According to the law, if there is any penalty that should be given to the person, there's no need of wasting time. Just give it to the person immediately.
There should mount security men, either police or traffic men, at the traffic point so that anybody that violates it will be prosecuted immediately. And even if they see them there, they will not be able to carry on and violate the reason. They will be cautioned. But if they don't see anybody there, they can go anywhere, especially these bus drivers. They are good at that.
right, you're welcome back. This is Road Safety on ETV channel 50 Enugu. I'm calling Umer Goji, and our focus today is still on the traffic violation and their penalties. And with me here in the studio is Route Commander Lucky Ebikefe, Public Education Officer, Enugu State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps. Sir, what plans do you have on educating the motorists and drivers on the consequences of violating the traffic rules?
Well, it's not a question of what plans we have, because we are already educating them, okay? It's an ongoing process. This is something we've been doing right from time, okay? We educate them, we enlighten them on a daily basis. For instance, in our command, offenders are made to pass through public enlightenment compulsorily, okay, before they are even allowed to go and pay their fines, all right? Okay. That is daily public education. And then apart from that, we also go from park to park, motor park rallies, and on such situations we give them public enlightenment. We make them know the do's and the don'ts of the road. Okay, there are certain things they know about, but we also remind them of such things. Okay, and we let them know the consequences. So we do that from time to time. We let them know the consequences of making use of phone while driving, and the importance of using their seat belt. Okay, and the reasons why they should not engage in excessive speed. All right, things like that. Basically, these offenses listed on our offense sheet, all right, we take them like one after the other and educate them.
Federal Road Safety Code, you could go to parks.
We do that in fact, when you go to the parks, you can ask them. We do that from time to time, okay? And even our patrol teams on the road, when they stop you, they don't just go ahead and book you, all right? Yes, they also do public enlightenment. They talk to you, they educate you, they let you know what you should know about your vehicle and the rules. I can assure you every patrol team does it, okay? It depends on the disposition of the motorist. If the motorist is calm and polite, okay, the arresting marshals will also be calm with him, okay? But that does not mean, or it does not imply, that if we meet stubborn or recalcitrant offenders, we will also begin to go mad with him. No, okay? Yes, we are trained to do this job, okay? So we'll calm you down and we'll let you know what you are supposed to know. And then we also organize trainings for government agencies as well as corporate bodies. They bring their drivers, okay? And then we tutor them, we train them on the rules and regulations guiding the use of the road. And then also, safety education has been introduced in the school curriculum. All these are ways that we educate the public. Yes. And of course, we also have publications like the Highway Code, okay? The Highway Code is available for anybody to pick up and go through. The Highway Code is a manual that educates you, okay, on the rules of the road, okay? The Highway Code tells you what you should not do and what you should do. It teaches you road signs, road markings, and in fact, a whole lot. When you go through the Highway Code and you abide by what you have read through in the Highway Code, there's no way you can commit a traffic offense.
And it's left for the public to adhere to
of
these rules.
Of course. Yeah. So we make it available. It's anytime you come, at a very, very cheap rate, you get it.
All right. Thank you.
So these are ways, we educate and enlighten the public.
I really appreciate it.
And of course, what we are doing now is also public enlightenment.
That's
right?
true, yeah.
We're on radio, on TV, we enlighten the public.
Yeah. All right. To what extent has public enlightenment affected the attitudes of road users, let me say precisely in Enugu metropolis?
All right. I would say it has really affected the behavior and attitude of road users, motorists, and drivers positively. It has impacted positively on the driving culture here in Enugu State. Because otherwise, I think there will be chaos, everywhere on the road. Okay, we see more and more compliance. Okay, even though we still see people who break the law, because they will always be there. Yes, they will always be there, because as people learn, there are people who come in every day also. Those who are not really trained, okay, but they just have access to a car. Maybe their father or their uncle or a friend has a car, and this person feels that he can drive. There are so many people like that who just begin to drive on the road. Such people, they break the law. They break these rules and regulations. So such people will always be there. Okay, so as much as our public enlightenment affects the driving and impacts the driving culture here in Enugu State positively, we still have people who break the law. Okay, that's why it is an ongoing process. Okay, the public enlightenment and education is an ongoing process.
So what advice can you give as to the importance of traffic violation?
Well, my candid advice to road users is to obey all traffic rules, because these rules and regulations are made for their own good. Like I said earlier, the road is patient. It does not forgive, right? If you escape arrest today, you may not be able to escape arrest tomorrow. Okay, and also it's only the lucky ones that are arrested by law enforcement, right? And those who are not lucky are arrested by road crashes. Okay, so my advice is that everyone should obey traffic rules. What we do is to encourage you to obey these rules and regulations, because it's for your own safety. All right. So it depends on your mindset. Okay, let's take a look at like corporate bodies, like I said. Okay, if you are working in an organization and you are used to breaking the law because you always wake up late, you prepare late, you go to work late, and so you want to be reckless on the road. Okay, by the time we organize such specialized training for your organization and you go through the training, okay, there is no way it will not affect you. All right? It will affect you positively. Okay, so that's why we say, look, there is nobody that cannot change. The public enlightenment, the public education and enlightenment, definitely one way or the other will affect you one day.
And
you will
change is constant.
Yes, so that's it.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate.
Well, always a pleasure.
Right.
Thank you.
You've heard it all. We've been talking with Route Commander Lucky Ebikefe, Public Education Officer, Enugu State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps. Let's be more careful while driving. So drive safely to stay alive. All right, this is where we wrap it up on today's edition of the program, Road Safety on ETV Channel 50 Enugu. Do join us again same time next week for another edition of the program. But until then, on behalf of my producer, Helen Okeke, I'm Colin Omelgoji. Thanks for being there.